You know, you can watch what your kids do on the computer when they're at home, but they might be even more at risk at another place where you think that they're safe. David Kent Jones is the president of Computer Parenting and has found that many schools don't have the kind of computer control that we think. Don't all schools have filters on these computers that are keeping our kids from things they shouldn't be doing?
Most of them do, but the problem is filters aren't enough. They may block, inadvertent, viewing of things that you're not supposed to, but what happens is kids are resourceful and they figure out ways around these defenses. There's even hundreds of websites out there that are set up to help teach kids how to tunnel through school firewalls.
Well, you have no hope then if they're doing that. So if they really want to find something, they're going to be able to find it, right?
They usually do.
You recently got a letter from a parent who figured, like most of us, that computers at school are safe and found out, of course, the hard way that they weren't. The letter says actually that one day we had found out that the child had been accessing pornography from the school's computer. He said it was easy to find. All he had to do was put in what he wanted and the computer would bring it to him. The filter was easy, he said. There are ways to certainly get around it, as you were just mentioning right there. All he had to do was say yes, he wanted to leave the safe search, and he could go anywhere he wanted. Don't assume that school computers are safe, the parent wrote, because they are not. What are some dangers that we're seeing kids encountering on these school computers?
Well, pornography is one example. Other things that are going on, children are being cyberbullied at school. They're purchasing drugs. They're being attacked by predators. And there are illegal activities going on. And children, they're young, they're inexperienced, they don't know how to deal with these situations in a lot of cases.
Even like viewing violence, sometimes you can view that on these computers.
That's right.
You think of these things being monitored, where someone's walking around a computer lab checking on this, but it's not always the way we might picture, right?
Well, the problem is very time-consuming to monitor every student on every computer at a school. You could have thousands of students, so how can you do that? You need the right software tools, and with the right tools, you can do this in a very short amount of time. You can identify problems that are going on.
The software that you're referring to, CompuGuardian, which is a brand new program, and it allows schools to keep track of what the students are doing really while they're there, right?
That's right. For example, you can set up rules, and as soon as a rule's broken, you can receive an email or a text message. But how do you know which rules to set up? And so what CompuGuardian does is it monitors everything that the kids are doing. It monitors what they're typing, it monitors what programs they're using, it does screenshots, and all these get shoveled into logs that are saved not on the computer where they can delete them or erase their history and cover their steps. It's saved on a remote server somewhere where it's safe and they can't delete it. And schools can run reports that identify problem areas that can be addressed before they become serious problems.
You mentioned some of the reports. We'll take a look example of that. This is an actual report that a school might get. For example, they say we want to see if kids are typing in swear words or something, right? An example of that, right?
Sure.
Okay, so this would be the graphic. This is what the teachers and the school administrators would see.
This is an actual report that we ran. We changed the names, of course, but you can see one of the students has typed some very serious swear words over 1,000 times. Now, this is a minor thing, but it shows you the power of these reports. This took like 2 minutes to run on hundreds of students' worth of logs over a 2-week period.
So the monitoring is really made much more accessible and easily to do, right?
Right.
This, for example, would be swear words. Even something like watching to see if someone's talking about weapons is easy to do.
Well, sure. In addition to finding problems that students might have, maybe they're planning an attack on the school. So we ran another report just based on words like bomb and shotgun and rifle and see what came up. And we found that some students had typed these words hundreds of times in a 2-week period. Now, that doesn't mean, for example, that they're planning an attack on the school. Maybe they're just doing a report on weapons, or maybe they think that their boyfriend or girlfriend is the bomb, but it identifies a red flag, and then you can dig in and look at the exact logs and see exactly what's going on.
The program is CompuGuardian. This, by the way, is not something that people really would do at home, but really something they would encourage their schools to do. You actually have a challenge for schools to pick up software like that.
That's correct. We offer this software absolutely without cost to schools for 30 days, and we have what we call a CompuGuardian Challenge, where they can install it in monitor mode only for a couple of weeks and see how their current defenses are doing, and then deal with the problems that they find, turn on the defenses with CompuGuardian and run it another couple of weeks and see the difference. And at that point, they can decide if they want to get it for their school.
And really one of the keys is being able to monitor the students is so much easier with CompuGuardian, right?
That's correct. In fact, you can even set it up so that parents can monitor their own children while they're at school, and only their children. They can only see their own children, but they can know that they're safe at school. And that's been a powerful tool that schools have used before.
If you would like more information on how CompuGuardian might be able to work for your school, you can go to their website, CompuGuardian.com, and of course we will link you there from our website as well and see if your school can benefit from really enhanced software, enhanced filters, and enhanced monitoring. Thanks so much.
Great.
Once again, a link on our website to CompuGuardian.com. We'll be right back with more.